United Eagles Football Club, where Simon the Minister of Sports, Ibrahim Yelenke, say, then they work with them partner them now for the travel with young player them for go Europe and other parts in the world so that they go able for develop their career. He talked this in one interview with Radio Democracy, where he talk about the United Eagle fan club, where then just don't pull for able for gets support for the team. Well, Ibrahim Yelenke explained more to Musa Kamara.
With a complement, what we call the endorsement of the gender bill. This get for do with football. Now we get what we do, a vast mobilization of women into sport. Now this will try for do me in particular when me na the CEO for a club where they call United Eagles. We they try for bringing the support club, the fan base, and bring in more women, and let we see more women participation into sport. And this it gets a reason. Reason being, you know, go get a club they move that you know get in fan club base. Fan club base and get a lot for do for a team. It's necessary for any football club for get a fan club base. That's why we are here today, and I really make sure say involve more women into this fan club because now then start up. Fan club can start like 15, 10, 20 people. At the end of the day, they get thousands where they can inside. You know, for push the club go before because you know they get about way than they do. Mobilize the club, make sure say they open account with and they run from that account and they take IV for support the club, you know. An example I go give you like what happens so now Bo people enjoy to see that structure, like say, you know, yes, he's the CEO in a body, but the board and the fan club, believe me, they are doing marvelously well for make sure say they push the club before and generate more income for make sure say the club become a viable entity.
Somebody will know you outside the ministerial post can call you manager Yelenke, and you talk about the United Eagles where we don't launch some time back. Give me background of this club and how we don't run since we launched 2 years back.
The name manager and a household name in sport, especially football to be specific. I don't depend football for over 30 something years. This United Eagles, it been start, but saying been come, it been stopped, but because of a reason. The reason being, now they do so today. Now some of them can make club get a halt. If you get a club where you run, then you get a support base. We get a very strong, you know, economy in the sense where they get strong back account, where then go pull it for the support the club no go collab. Club by then I was alone. But this time around, United Eagles it gets a very formidable, a very functional executive. Manager name where they report, not to say now by mistake, not to say now by magic. Now how I don't govern sport in this country. I don't govern football in this country. And this now the under 17. I can tell you, waiting made this name popular. The previous under 21 where I be get all the junior trophies that we in this country. I winner, Nami winner. Go far when are the biggest community league where they run, then cup Nami be winner. So a lot I don't do. Then this one away they see so now the under 15 team this way don't graduate to under 17. Where I been sent go Spain. We go can second out of 200 under 15 teams that we come on at different countries them. Now we can second when are the Catalans boys them, the Barcelona under 15 boys them eliminate in the finals. So now this same thing I do back and as I say so, I just want broke the news say this current team we're going at the under 17, they don't invite them and summer games in Sweden inside July. We I feel say by God in power we go for go represent the green, white, and blue flag.
This now under 17 where you launch and operation starts as under 15. Then they're under 17. Now, what's the plan of this club apart from the summer games that we talk about? Say we have to go play in Sweden.
Now process. Now they groom them. So now we're under 17. Now we did a Division 2. We are registered with WAFA. Then we get affiliation with SLFE. When you know say football, na step, na stage. We did Division 2 first. We did soon can Division 1. From Division 1, we go to the Premier. So now I'm not sure, you know, because I can tell you for now the under 17 in this country, I'm not going to say I mean are the best too, but believe you me, if you ask even Premier League players, they don't play against this under 17. We now get a non-division player, then can tell you say United Eagles of under 17 team is the best in the country.
Sustainability key. You self don't mention just now. Earlier we don't get this club, but get an issue and structure being get issue because of funding. Now you want be the body you don't form or we don't create for this United Eagle. How best they work for ensure they sustain the club for groom the young boys then?
Well, now the example you see so this setup now, I just can't do like 2%. The entire waiting involved now the executive are very strong. And mind you, we say you get the sport ambassador as the team manager, you get Ali Kara as the deputy CEO for this club, then you get some bank managers and we affiliated with this club. I tell you say this time around, and a consistency we dey look forward to. Because just like what I've been telling you, where I've been starting, I was alone. Now I'm not alone. I have a very formidable executive now where they run. Now relax, I can relax and they can report to me. And we don't participate in so many competitions them who we don't prove very, very well. So this time around, you get for see how consistent United Eagles get for day. Then I can tell you this United Eagles so we get 3 players and now we don't go out. Then they're in our academy now. Because of they're underage, they're not going to sign them now. Then they're in the academy until we're 18. United Eagles go get benefit of them players then.
Which country then there at the moment?
We get one Dubai, we get two na France, na Bodo Academy. So now like so we get players them, and the one for being go Turkey, but because of this earthquake na Turkey make we just shelve everything and look forward to the discount them for let them request back for let the boy go. But for us at now, this team, United Eagles, is the best under 17 team in Sierra Leone.
All right, well, that's now the CEO for United Eagles Football Club. When Ibrahim Yelenkebe they talk on that interview with Musa Kamara after we did a launch the United Eagles fan club and also be the talk about plan them we didn't get for ensure say then they send young football player them go Europe and other country them for go develop their career.
All right, we continue with the program. Good morning, Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Send me message on 077 981 or if you watching our Facebook page, you can also send message. Well, or they come now to studio guest when Michael Charles, the public relations officer for the Sierra Leone Bar Association. Earlier, I'll tell una say they can't tell we but the team them we come out from the annual general meeting where they be all on Friday and Saturday. We pass this weekend. Well, every year the Salone Bar Association can hold the annual general meeting. We said they go talk about thing them we get for do with the organization, how they go develop the organization and safe, how they go look after the welfare of lawyer them when they make up of this body what they call the Salone Bar Association. Every year they can get different theme where they can tag to the annual general meeting, and because this year an election year, the team are promoting free, fair, and non-violent election June 24th, 2023. Well, how they don't prepare for ensure say they meet to this team and waiting themselves go do as an association for contribute to the development of the country. All this will go discuss inside the program this morning. Good morning, one more time, Mr. Charles, and welcome again to the program. Good morning, Salone.
Thank you so much.
All right. Before we can look at the AGM Onaji's all itself, let me go back 1 year down the line where Una executive where they part of, don't they run the day-to-day affairs of the Salone Bar Association. How it don't look like for Una executive for ensure say Una do the things them where they within Una mandate.
Principal, among other things, responsibility now for ensure say we regulate ourselves as lawyers and stand up to the welfare of we members, but more so for serve the public as well, do pro bono services where necessary, in the interest of the public. And we also they guard the constitution and so say those in power conduct themselves within the confines of the law. So we don't do all of the continent. The bar association itself, a company limited by guarantee, which means to a company limited by shares. We are operating as the bar association by reason of the memorandum and article of association, when a creature of the Companies Act 2009. So all of which we for do as an institution, clearly spelled out inside the memorandum and article of association. And the same memorandum and article of association tell we say we for the convey, we annual general meetings every year so that we will able to discuss, what we don't do, what we do, and what we intend for do. Identify some of the challenges and profile solutions to those challenges. So basically, this is now the rationale behind convening the bar annual general meeting.
You say one of una major things the una do for as an association and for ensure say una guard the constitution so that the one the way they in power no go do things the way they go against the constitution. on our executive done in power for quite some time now. Waiting as something we go identify as highlights where una executive don't stand for ensure say una guide this constitution.
The bar association don't champion and don't collaborate with other stakeholders in society for the abolition of the death penalty. We do extensive work on that to ensure, say, we remove the death penalty off we law books them. And we are one of the principal actors in the whole process, and successfully will be able to achieve that goal. Quite recently, we understand, say, this government don't pass the cyber law. The first cyber law draft to them pull, we review them, we find out, say, it gets a lot of issues we need redress. Otherwise, it will create hardship on the ordinary user of the media. So we seek leave of the Minister of Information, and so we get the opportunity for constitute ourselves into a committee for look at that cyber law. We review them effectively. We made very serious recommendations, and these recommendations we are all captured into what turned out to be the cyber law in Sierra Leone. We don't also rise to issues where we feel say government apparatus, especially security aspects, they handle certain issue, with the harshness where nobody know they expect. For example, there was an allegation of police brutality against our popular musician, now the convict, LJ. We also came up and took out a press release. We are not saying the police should not investigate, but we are saying a suspect in police custody should be given the necessary protection and respect until investigated and charged. So we rose to that challenge as well. Quite recently, the current Secretary General of the All People's Congress, Alex Bitter, to also come up and stand to the challenge, put a press release, condemn the act. We did part of the gender bills where they don't pass into law now. We don't contribute immensely to ensuring that that bill becomes a law. As we talk right now, we also sponsor or try for, put blood into what we call providing legal representation and, giving out charity to then small body will be in conflict with law within a dance or so. So we have a project like that. As I speak to you, we also want to form part of this electioneering process. And so we developed a concept paper, and that concept paper is with various authorities and stakeholders. We are looking into it as to how we can have our own input, our own role play in this election process, especially on the election day. So like I stated, I cannot state every other thing we don't do, but we don't do quite exhaustively now, especially for the corporate year in February 2022 to March 2023.
So still on the issue of una playing una role for ensuring una guard the constitution so that people go behave or the activities and go there within the confines of the law. Still on that discussion, how you go describe the BO administration regarding the constitution?
The BO administration, if they seek me opinion, right? No political system, no they will be 100% perfect. We want to look at a lesser evil. If you want to solicit my opinion, I will tell you, say, the BO administration don't they take conscious steps, for ensure, say, the constitution remains supreme and that now in the guide the operations of government. I see the system more democratized, as compared to the past, if you want to seek my opinion on this. They cannot be said to be 100% in every other thing. You understand? But relatively, I think the BO administration is on the proper footing.
So if you say they cannot be described as 100% perfect, what are the gray areas then where you think say they need for work on?
Well, there is this the economy system itself. The economy system itself. We have had probably the highest uh, inflation in this country. Okay, necessarily buying top up right now. You know how much top up they cost now for the ordinary person. The same bread and butter issue. Okay, we all know things are really not quite okay when it comes to the basic necessities. Of course, we argue say this is an international follover, international crisis that is affecting us. But we are not the only we are not the only country that is being affected by what is happening between Russia and Ukraine. Okay, there are other African countries, various African countries. They don't put mechanism in place for see how they can contain the situation.
So then gray areas
Understand,
we did talk about
for example, in Ghana, what the president did was they had to cut down all salary of public um, servants, just so that they're able to contain the economy in a manner way no people don't go get too much pinch. You understand? But I am not saying they have not done much in that area, but I'm saying much is needed to be done.
So the bar don't raise this as official position for let the government know say issues and the way they need for address and provide solutions. As you say earlier, say una can provide solutions
thing right now.
Una don't make una position known as a bar.
On this,
Yeah.
not formally, we haven't formally, but because you have asked to solicit my opinion on what could be the gray area under the Bureau administration, there is difficulty for the ordinary person. And I think they need to do something about it. It's not just about leaving it to the theory, the rhetoric of this my international problem. You understand? Something has to be done. And something must be done practically. Like I said, I have just given you an example of what the Ghanaian president did.
This bring me to my next question, where my colleague we ask you. You talk about certain things them say when it come to democratizing the constitution, the bio-led administration. For you think say then they try. Issues of alleged human rights abuses don't they come up from the general public.
Like which
And
one?
the bar association, now one way many a time finger they don't they point towards the bar association, say tell them where the public expect to now for come out and make a position or a statement on certain issues on not can come out on time and they take some days before una come out and pull a press release. Waiting really can
You
cause,
say certain human rights issues are coming up.
for example,
can
the
you
one where you just make mention of the alleged violence on the newly elected APC Secretary General. Now, one we I can say most recent,
yes
a lot of people come out, call out the bar association, say they know a reform on it and a colleague lawyer before una come and pull a press release. The question what they ask now waiting can cause some of them delay their so from una.
not to delay. I don't want to call it delay. First of all, when incidents like Denton and Nick happen, you need for investigate. You need to have a reasonable appreciation of what happened, what did not happen. We had what happened. And then don't lose sight of the fact, say, now be allegation. Okay? What in compound the problem is that at some point we find out, say, when the Mr. Dumbuya been they talk, say they don't malhandle him, includes not be chair. So in fact, we are doing the press release when another photo came up suggesting that they don't tear in close. So that brought in some doubt at that particular time. First, the first report was now being negated by the recent report. You understand? So anybody will get in wit around himself will take in time as to how to approach the issue. So what do? We are not supposed to descend into the arena.
So I've been doubts the allegation.
We didn't doubt the allegation, but we made a press release first condemning it, provided it happened, and also, employ the police, the Sierra Leone police, for investigate speedily and come up with a report. So we are still waiting for the report. And as I speak to you, the matter was lodged to the police. The police are investigating until the police come up to say, indeed, this was what happened. This was not what happened. Then the bar association will be in a position to decide as to what to do. Don't forget the fact that Mr. Dubuya is a colleague. He's our colleague. He's a lawyer. You understand? Apart from the fact that we have a responsibility to protect the ordinary members of the public, I want you also to bear in mind that Mr. Dumbuya is not just an ordinary member of the public. He is a brother, I would say. He's a senior practitioner and a colleague of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. You understand? But like I stated, we get conflicting stories. We come with press release, condemn the act, and ask the police for investigate. We're not the normal procedure.
Right.
You understand? That is what we can do. We cannot come into the arena and say anything when we not get the fact. You understand? Lawyers, they work with two things, fact and law. Okay? You do not operate too much on assumptions. They fail you. Okay?
All right, continue for day with the program. In case you just a tuning, they listen to the public relations officer, Michael Charles, for the Salone Bar Association. He did with the program this morning, where they talk about things that we get for do the law, and later on, they go give update to the public, but waiting come out at the annual general meeting, where they just all fabulous resorts took care over the weekend. We continue the program. Good morning, Salone. They look at more issues them now inside the program after it don't take but over 200 days na remand and custody. Friday, March 17, Justice Edgar Fisher been sentenced one popular musician where people can call Alhaji Amadou Ba, we say so na a music name na LJ, for go 9-year jail na the male correctional center and self tell am for pay compensation fee to the victim them by this case. For more on this, let we join Theodore Arena.
Justice Adrian Fisher don sentence one popular musician, Alhaji Amadou Ba, wey people dey call LJ, for go 9-year jail na the male correctional center and serve order am for pay compensation fee to the victim dem pan this case. This sentence come after wey the court be don find am guilty of all the 4-count charge them, wey e be dey tin up na court for March 12 this year. If people can remember, July 27, 2021, police been charged Alhaji Amadou Ba with riotous conduct and disorderly behavior, where this case been starts at Pademba Road Magistrate Court, and after where the Magistrate Court been don look inside this case, they been get for send and go na High Court for trial, where e be dey talk na court. Justice Adrian Fisher been say, they do this according to the law of the country. And self say the offense where Alhaji Amadou Ba tin up for na court, the sentence they go like this: 9 years on count 1, 2, and 3, and 3 years 6 months on count 4. Osai is say the sentence for run on concurrent, and say the term where it don't spend a custody and remand when a 278 days also include. Justice Adrian Fisher be order the convict for pay compensation to the victim and do this according to Section 54 of the Criminal Procedure Act 1965. Osai is say if for pay 10,000 new lions to Frances, 5,000 new lions to Ishmael Kamara, 5,000 new lions to Christiana Koma, and pay 20 million lions. After which Justice Edgar Fisher don't give in judgment, family, paddy, and supporter them in boss cry in a court. Plenty people not be able to give their reaction on this case as them in just the crime.
but been finally get one person wey been give in reaction on how e feel about this judgment wey dem pass on Alhaji Amadou Ba, and na this e been get for same.
Raimo, an artist. But definitely, I'm not feel good as an artist. He is a colleague and a senior artist where the last time I said they don't play great role. I mean, like a pivotal role for ensure say this country they in peace. You understand? We definitely not happy. We're not glad about the sentence. You know what I mean? We're not happy. Not a good thing for the entertainment. It's a good thing.
For Radio Democracy, me na Theodora Arena the report.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody in like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office in like you not get the account number. Buy Exalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Jagbadon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go to Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
All right, welcome back from the break. The program is still listening to and watching on Facebook Live. Now, good morning, Salone. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Now, the program this morning, we get Michael Charles, the Public Relations Officer. Now, the Sierra Leone Bar Association, they are this morning, they talk about waiting the bad on the do, and we go for can talk about the annual general meeting where the Salone Bar Association just all over the weekend. And before we can talk deeply on waiting on a discourse, now this year annual bar association, the AGM, let we just continue for look at on our responsibilities. Them let we look now at seeking the welfare of lawyers them na Salone, because if you ask plenty people right now, I go tell you say the lawyer they don't boku, but some of them not even get to work, they can just hang around and they wait for cases them for come up. So seeking the welfare of our colleague, on our learned colleagues, them waiting the burden they do so
No
far.
believe say any lawyer they will they hang out or hang around. Probably we need for reconstruct that. You understand?
So all the lawyer that we don't
see lawyer
come on
now.
at the bar, they all get something for do.
Yes.
Okay. What
Okay.
they do for seek them welfare?
Going to court is one thing. When you see lawyer